Hi guys, if you've not bought FM23 yet, I've got good news for you. If you follow the link to game in the description below and apply the coupon code PILGRIM at checkouts, you'll not only get my discount, but you'll get an additional 5% off at the checkout as well. On with the video. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Beta Save with Hannover 96. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I'm going to show you the conclusion to our Bundesliga 2 season, find out whether we can secure the title or not. So let's get into it. Okay, it's half time in the third last game of the season against our only remaining title rivals, Darmstadt. And we do have a chance to win the league. So I'm going to show you the second half, and if we do manage to pull it off, I'll show you the title celebrations as well. So let's get into the second half and see if we can pull it off. And we're underway. As you can see, scores 0-0, and it is a free kick to Hannover. Kerk over it. And it's hit the crossbar, so close to the opening goal. I'm just going to alter the camera to TV so that we will get to see any title celebrations at the end. So we will see any title party. Ernst plays it in. Moritz. Teuchert doesn't manage to get there, and the highlight comes to an end. So I'm going to take Teuchert off because he is struggling big time. We'll bring on Havard Nielsen. So we're bringing on our star striker to see if he can bag the goal. He wasn't fully fit, which is the reason I've left him out initially. And he's now got 40 minutes or thereabouts to try and have an impact and win us the game. As you can see, at the moment, we won't quite make it. We'll be 6 points clear with 6 points to play for and a superior goal difference, so barring an absolute disaster we'll win the league, even with a draw in this one. But we need to actually win the game to confirm it. So let's think about substitutions. I think I'm going to take off, in fact we need to worry about injuries rather than form. So I'm not going to take anybody else off yet. I am going to demand more though. So we'll do that first before we do anything else. Obviously if anybody starts to decline in performance too severely, we'll get them off. The demand more has gone down well, but Ernst has got even worse. And he is starting to tire, so I think maybe he'll be the second substitution, and Antonio Foti probably is going to be the man to come on. He will, and that leaves us with one remaining substitute, and we'll save that one for someone who really needs it towards the end. It's looking like Kunze, which isn't ideal. Neumann, no, I'm not going to take Neumann off. Kunze, who can we replace Kunze with? That is a good question. I think we go with probably Cranch as a defender. It's not the sub I would have liked to make, but I think it's the one we need. So I'm now going to demand more again, in the hopes we can bag one more goal to secure the title. We've got around about 15 minutes to do it. Neumann is tiring rapidly, but we're out of subs. We've got 15 minutes left of this one, and Darmstadt playing 4-4-2 so far have managed to frustrate us. I'm going attacking. We might as well go for it. We've got 2 more chances after this to win the league, so if we don't secure it today, we can have another go. And that is, what are we, 8 minutes to go. Havard Nielsen is now injured. That is not ideal. So Isherwood to Gisula. Isherwood again, plays it forward, and Manu is in, but Neumann gets there ahead of him and plays it away, and they will come again. So Darmstadt have it again, Manu this time, and somehow it's deflected behind for a corner, and it will be, so we'll ignore that. We'll ignore the tight calf for Nielsen, as Malem takes a corner for Darmstadt, and it's headed away. Manu will get there first. Can we stop him getting his cross in? We do force him backwards to Barda, and the highlight does come to an end, so that's good. And we're into the last 5 minutes. Darmstadt's XG is higher, but we've had more shots and more shots on target, more corners, but we've also given away more fouls, and we have completed more passes. Now we've got a throw in, and Moritz receives it, finds Kern, who finds Foti. Kern drifts in field. Is he going to play it out? He finds Kranch, who plays it in to the area. It's cleared by Darmstadt, but only as far as Maroya, who finds Kranch, and it's cleared. And Manu brings it away, and Darmstadt are well on the attack now. It's into the middle, and Darmstadt score. It's Hannover 96-0, Darmstadt 1. So we ain't winning the title today, and they are right back in the race. Although it's being reviewed, and the goal's been disallowed, it remains 0-0. So it's still in our own hands at the moment. We've got 5 added minutes. And let's skip the replay. It is offside, only just, but it is offside. Can we get one more chance for us to win the game? We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time left. Several players absolutely blowing out of their arses, and we're just over a minute from full time. Doesn't look like there's going to be a winner in this one. And much like most of the season, there's nothing to separate us on the day, and that should just about confirm the result. We continue for now with 25 seconds beyond the 5 minutes, and that is full time. Hannover 96-0, Darmstadt 0. So league not decided, and we will move on and show you another match. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, as we make the trip to Dusseldorf and need 1 point to guarantee the league title. And the team for this one: Zieler in goal. Back four is Kern, Berner, Neumann and Maroya. on Dua at the base of midfield, Besushkov and Kunze ahead of him, Kjærk on the left wing, Bayer on the right, Nielsen up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, the assistant manager is suggesting the title is ours if we avoid defeat. Let's go and finish the job. He's absolutely spot on. So pump the fists and go with that. And that's made most of them a little bit happier, a little bit more confident. But Kunze is now aggressive and Vaden is hesitant. Neither of which is particularly desirable. So let's go into the tunnel, complete the tunnel interview. First goal is crucial, right? Nice to start well. It's always important to play well. It's no different today. Okay, let's get into the match and see if we can grab the win. So we'll skip all the pre-match pleasantries if we can, and get the match underway. So we're, as always, going to wait the first 10 minutes to see whether anything drastic needs changing. Don't want to make changes for the sake of it. So wait until we've got some evidence that something is needed before we do that. And we're 2 minutes in so far, and very little has happened. Not had any highlights to mull over at all. I mean, look at Dusseldorf's formation. They are so defensive, it's untrue. And this time it is a, I think it's it's a Dusseldorf free kick. And Hendricks is over it. He's crashed it against the woodwork, and the rebound has been put in the back of the net. It's Dusseldorf 1, Hannover 96-0. So that means sealing the title is unlikely at the moment. So I'm going to switch back to 2D formation, 2D view for now, and we will switch back to 3D towards the end of the match if we manage to do anything about it. So let's demand more, and we only need a draw. So but we have to have a shot if we're going to score. That's the most disappointing thing, is we've not even had a shot yet. Kunze's having a nightmare. Two of the back four are not much better in Neumann and Berner. So plenty of work to do. So Wolf to Hoffmann, into De Weiss, Hendricks plays it forward to Peterson, Zimmerman plays it out to the right wing, and Karbaunik, Hendricks to Appelkamp, and Hennings is there to pop in the rebound for 2-0. Although they are having a replay, it's going to VAR, and this one's been disallowed. It remains 1-0. So we are still in the game at the moment. I suggest we demand more. It is offside. It's tight, but it's offside. So a demand more is absolutely needed as soon as we can. We have been so far off the pace. It's been an absolute joke. So demand more. And Besushkov gets it back, plays it all the way through to Zieler, Berner, back to Zieler again, Neumann to Kunze, on Dua to Besushkov, Berner, Besushkov to Kunze, on Dua to Neumann. They are aggressively pressing us, and we've given it away. Peterson brings it through, and they've hit the woodwork again. This time they're offside. It's Hennings again, and we are being carved apart here. I don't want to go attacking yet, it's too early. So let's turn the visualizer off and get our formation on there. They're playing a back 7 and a front 3, so a very interesting way of doing it. The front 3 are clearly working, and you'd say the back 7 is as well, because we haven't had a chance at goal yet. We've had 2 shots, neither of them on target, neither of them highlight worthy, and so far we've absolutely nothing has gone our way. Kunze is going to come off at half time. I think I'll take Maroya off as well, and that will leave us just 1 sub for the second half. So we're 4 minutes away from half time. If we manage to get a goal, then we're in with a chance. So we only need a draw, remember. So let's go into the dressing room, throw something. So we're going to throw a water bottle. It's been terrible, sort it out. And so far that's just stripped them of any belief, with the exception of Basushkov, who's happy about that fact. And we'll make those 2 changes. So at the back, Burner, I think we said Burner, didn't we, was going to come off. We did. So Bright Arian B is going to replace him. And then the other change is going to be Maroya, and Yannick Dane will come on to replace him. So 2 changes, leaving 1, and let's go out there and grab a goal. Come on, lads. So let's demand more. I won't go attacking yet. We will in the last 15 minutes if we still haven't scored, and we'll make our final sub then as well. At the moment it's either going to be Kunze or one of the 2 wingers. They all are performing poorly at the moment, so it's going to depend which one is least fit by the end, I suppose. At the moment, I'm not sure. It's too early to make the call yet anyway. Nielsen's not having a great game, so we're going to demand more as soon as we can. And Dusseldorf are in 8th place in the table. They could finish 5th. In fact, they could finish 4th. If results go their way, if they hold on to this win against us. They won't make the 3rd place and the playoff. That is between Hamburg and Regensburg. Nobody else is in the frame for that. Right, I think... What do I think? It's going to have to be Kunze. He's having a shocking game. And we'll bring on Louis Schaub. We're going to do it now. There's nothing to lose at this point. And we've just gone another goal behind. And it's Kovnacki to make it 2-0. And yes, we're going to continue with the change after the goal. Anyway, yeah, we are. We're now going attacking, because there's absolutely no reason not to. And with 2 games to go, we are 6 points clear. In fact, it's with 1 game to go, so we're going to win the league anyway. I need to switch to 3D. So TV, and we've got all the replays and everything on. So fingers crossed we will get the trophy presentation today. It'd be nice if we could get a goal. Darmstadt are being beaten heavily, which is the reason why we're going to win the league today. But we're 9 minutes away, and now there is nothing that will stop us from winning it. The goal difference is 12 better, and they are losing 3-0. So only a 3-goal comeback will deny us. And in fact, they need to win the game. They need 4 goals in 9 minutes. So we are going to win the league, but it does feel a bit like it's by the back door with 2 successive defeats. We're going to take Bayer off with only a few minutes left and bring on Stolzer. And I think that's probably the last change we can make, isn't it? Or are we allowed one more? No, we're allowed one more. So we'll take Nielsen off and bring on Avina and see if he can do anything in the last few minutes. He's been wanting a game for absolutely ages and we've not given him one. Can he be the man to get us on the board today? He's only going to get 3 minutes plus added time. We'll demand more. It's not going to have any effect, but we'll demand more. We've been palpably second best in this game. We don't even deserve a consolation goal, to be honest, and we've got 5 minutes of injury time, which is kind of not great, but at the same time, if we were to get a goal in the first minute, you never know. But we're now 2 minutes in, no sign of anything, and it looks like the 5 minutes is just going to go by with nothing happening, and we're into the final minute, still no sign of a highlight, and just a few seconds of the match remaining. We remain 2-0 down, but add in the fact that we're going to win the league anyway, and there it is, full time. So we're going to wait, and here we go. We are being presented with the Bundesliga 2 trophy, and the goalkeeper goes up and shakes the man's hand. We're handed the trophy, and I'm not sure who's actually lifting it. Is there a way to find out? No, there isn't, but we've lifted the trophy. It is ours. We're confirmed as champions, and I'll show you the final match of the season next. Okay, time now for the third and final match of today's episode, and the final match of the Bundesliga 2 season as we face Kiel at home. And here's the team for that one then. It is Zieler in goal, back four of Kuhn, Arian B, Neumann and Maroya. On Dua at the base of midfield, Schaub and Basushkov ahead of him, Bayer on the left wing, Kirk on the right wing, Nielsen up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, well, the assistant is recommending, the media have given you a lot of credit lately, go out there and put on a worthy display. We're not in great form at the moment, so I'm going to say we have to win our home games, no excuses, let's go. And let's go into the tunnel, complete our tunnel interview. Is it right to say that Hannover need to score more goals and soon? Without a doubt, yeah, absolutely. What do you attribute your recent good home run to? Hard work. Okay, so let's get into the match and see if we can finish the season off with a win. And we're underway. As always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things go and decide whether to make any changes after that. Literally nothing has happened in the first 10 minutes. We do now have a highlight, but it is a Kiel highlight, and they are attacking down their left hand side with Kirkuskov. Maroya's won it back though, plays it into Schaub, finds Bayer, and Max Bayer has given us the lead. It is Hannover 96 1, Kiel 0. And out of nothing, we have a goal. And this will be a very special way to end the season, if we can do it. So we're 1-0 up with just under 20 minutes on the clock. Can we build on that and make it a little more comfortable, which is something we haven't done in recent games? They're going with a back six, a midfield two and a front two, so they're really not looking to attack too much, although we will be keeping an eye on it to see whether they change their approach at any stage or not. So far they're not. They're sticking to the back six, and it's a little disappointing, if I'm honest. So approaching the final 5 minutes of the first half, still 1-0 up, and no sign of even building on that at the moment. But, we've got 1 minute of added time, and that's up. That's half time. Hannover 96 1, Kiel 0. So let's go into the dressing room, give the lads some encouragement. Going well, I know you're capable of better, so I'm disagreeing with the assistant. Do we need any subs? Probably not, but Havard Nielsen's not playing well. I wonder whether we ought to consider. Let's give Frankavina a run out. He's actually 2-star. I'm not going to do that. So we'll undo that one. And nobody on the bench has a particularly helpful mentality that would be able to impact the team positively. But we'll leave it as it is then and get out for the second half and start that one. We'll demand more immediately and keep an eye on Nielsen's performance, see how he's getting on after an hour, and if he hasn't improved from his 6.4, we'll get him off then. Question is what we do. He's dropping to a 6.3. I'm going to get him off now, and we'll go with Hendrik Vedant. So he's going to come on. Ari and B is going to be the next one to come off, and we'll bring on a Burner and in fact we've got a corner, so I'll abandon that thought. Schaub with the in-swinging corner to the far post, headed away. Bayer wins it back, finds Schaub, who finds Bayer, Basushkov, and he's just over the top, and the highlight comes to an end. And this time it's a Kiel goal kick. Basushkov with the header, Kern into Vedant, Schaub down the left wing. Is he going to find support? No, he bursts past his man, then turns, goes back up the pitch into the area. Schaub looking for the shot. He's put it over the top. It would have been one of the goals of the season, indeed, if it had gone in, but it didn't, and it looks a bit wasteful. So, final change is going to be Max Bayer, and coming on Sebastian Ernst. So we're less than 10 minutes away now from the end of the season. and looks like we're going to end it with a win and 72 points from our 34 matches. We've got Porath bringing it forward, but Ondua's won it back. Borna to Ondua, Neumann to Berner. Ondua plays it to the right wing. Cat keeps it in, finds Maroya, who crosses. Vaden hits the woodwork. Maroya wins it back. Cat is fouled, but we do get to see the highlights. Schaub with the free kick, looking for an in-swinger. Is he going to do it near post? He goes far post, and the header is too high. So the goalkeeper Schreiber plays it forward, and it's a free kick to Hannover. And who's taking it? Berner with the free kick. It's number 31. And he plays it short to Ondua, to Schaub, into Ernst, who gives the ball away. Schultz plays it back to Thesker, who goes all the way back to his keeper. Val plays it forward, but Berner's under it. Ondua to Neumann. Neumann holds on to it, and that concludes the season. It's Hannover 96 1, Kiel 0. I'll be back in a moment to show you the final league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, so here is the final league table, and we are champions. 21 wins, 9 draws, 4 defeats from our 34 games, and 9 points clear in the end of Darmstadt, who for a long time have been our only threat. Regensburg hold off Hamburg to secure the promotion playoff spot. Braunschweig fill the playoff spot for relegation, with Sandhausen and Paderborn, the two teams going down automatically. So that concludes the season, and all that I need to do now is tell you what's coming up on the next episode, and I'll bring you back at the end of pre-season. I'll show you the players we've brought in, the pre-season results we've achieved, and we'll look forward to our first season back in the Bundesliga. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.